Sir, in the last video, so we covered up to LBP number 140. Now, sir, let me go for the next problem, which is nothing but 141. So what is the title of this program? Sir, text is not clearly visible. Ayyo. Please check it from your side. So rearrange an array in such that an order that smallest and then largest. Okay. No voice. Sir, please check me. Please check your network connectivity. Okay. Please check your network connectivity. So rearrange an array in such an order that first we have to print smallest element, next we have to print largest element, and after that second smallest, second largest, and third smallest, third largest. Like that we have to print. So implement a program to rearrange an array in such an order that first smallest element, next largest element. So first smallest element, first largest element. Similarly, second smallest element, second largest element, and so on. I think once if you sort the array, okay, once if you sort the array, as usual, we can apply the previous logic, right? What is the logic that we have implemented in previous case? Okay, I is equal to 0, like low is equal to 0. Sir, j is equal to n minus 1. So I am maintaining two pointers. One is pointing to the beginning of the array. Second pointer is pointing to the ending of the array. Now, while the value of I less than or equal to j, so then I want to print, so a of I and a of j. That's all. I we have to increment, j we need to decrement. That's all. Sir, is this logic is going to print so smallest element and last element, that is first element and last element, second element last before element. Nothing but once if you arrange the data, first element is the smallest element, last element is nothing but the largest element. So in that style we can able to implement. Okay, now let me go for C language implementation. So please confirm, is the logic is clear for you people? Please confirm, is the logic is clear? No, they are asking to print. Yeah, we have to rearrange, we have to print. Okay, actual modification you can do. See, now you are asking how you can able to do modification. In C language we can do directly. In Python we have to use list concept. In Java we have to go for collections. Create an empty array, copy the content. In collections, create a collection object, try to add the elements. In Python, create a list object and add the content. Beyond that, nothing. Okay. Sir, is the logic is clear for you people? Please respond, sir. Yeah. Now, sir, let me go for C language implementation for this problem. LBP number 141. What is the first task that you have to do? You need to arrange the data in ascending order. First, we have to arrange the data in ascending order. I will write logic for that first. Take C programming. And I am going to take integer n and then a of 100. So, and I am taking I. So, j and then one temporary variable t. Okay. Now, because sorting is required, that's why scanf percentage d comma ampersand n I am taking. Next, for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus I am taking. So scanf percentage d comma ampersand e of I am taking. Okay. Next, and after that, I want to read, I want to sort the data. I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. For j is equal to I plus 1. Okay. Sir, j less than n, j plus plus. 1 minute, sir. Please wait. So we have to start from j is equal to I plus 1. Okay. Next, I am taking j less than n, j plus plus. So if a of I is greater than a of j, so then t is equal to a of I am taking. So a of I is equal to a of j I am taking. So a of j is equal to t I am taking. That's all. All the elements got sorted in this array. Okay. Now we have to apply our logic. I is equal to 0, j is equal to n plus n minus 1. Sir, while the value of I is less than or equal to j, I want to print percentage d, comma e of I and then e of j. We have to increment I, we need to decrement j. That's all. Let me run the code and we will check whether it is working properly or not. Perfect, sir. Submit the code for final approval. All the test cases are satisfied. Then let me go for Java implementation. So I think in Java there is one predefined method is there, right? By using that method we can able to solve this problem. I mean sorting. Okay. Scanner obj is equal to new scanner system dot n. Then integer n is equal to obj dot next int I. I is sufficient, j is also required. Integer a is equal to new integer of n I am taking. Okay. So next, what we have to do, you need to read those many elements. I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. A of I is equal to obj dot next into we have to take. Next, and after that, arrays dot sort of a I am taking. So it is going to sort all the elements. I is equal to 0, j is equal to n minus 1 I am taking. While the value of I less than or equal to, okay, j, we have to print the elements. System dot out dot print print of, we have to take a of I followed by plus a of j plus followed by space. Then I value you have to increment by 1 unit, j value we have to decrement by 1 unit. That's all. Let me run the code and let us check how it is going to work. So you can able to see all the test cases are working properly. And let us submit the code for final approval. Yes, all the remaining test cases also passed successfully. This is the way how you can able to implement in Java. So let me go for Python implementation. Okay, how to solve this problem in Python. So n is equal to int of input I am taking, then your list will become int of I for each I value in input dot split. I am going to take the data from list and I am going to sort this list so that the data is arranged in ascending order. As usual, I will maintain the pointer, j will become n minus 1 while the value of I is less than or equal to j. So print L of I comma L of j comma end is equal to empty space. Then we don't have any increment operator, hence we have to increment manually and we have to decrement manually. Let me run the code. Yes, and submit the code. So all the test cases are passed successfully. This is nothing but how you can able to implement in Python, sir. Please confirm, do you have any doubts in this challenge, sir? Please confirm. Do you have any doubts up to this? Please confirm. I request everyone to respond, sir, please. Yeah, please share that message to me personally. I will check, Ahmad. Okay. Yeah. So let me go for the next problem. What we have here is, sir, LBP number. Okay, LBP number 142. So array of multiples. So implement a program to create an array with n elements by taking multiples of m. Okay, so we have to supply two inputs, m and then n. Once if you observe the test cases, you will get clarity, sir. Have a look once. Suppose if 7 is first number, 5 is the second number, it should contain 5 elements. First element is 7, next element is nothing but 7 into 2, 7 into 3, 7 into 4, 7 into 5. Like that we have to take. I think for this arrays concept is also not required. We have to take this element, take a looping statement which will start from 1 to 5 and multiply each and every value. So beyond that, nothing is there. Let me implement this program in C language. What is the first step? Array is not at all required here. N and then M I am taking, I is sufficient. Scanf percentage d ampersand n ampersand m I am taking. So for I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to m, okay, I plus plus. I want to printf percentage d followed by space. Sir, I into n is sufficient. That's all. Suppose if n is 7, 7 into 1, 7 into 2, 7 into 3, like this it is going to take. This is nothing but C language implementation what we have. Now you need to go for Java implementation. Let me see how you can able to implement in Java. Sir, same program, right? So here we have to change. So scanner obj is equal to, I am taking new scanner of system.in. Then integer n is equal to, so obj dot next int comma m is equal to, so obj dot next int comma I am taking. So for I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to m, okay, I plus plus I am taking. Then I am printing system dot out dot print of sir I into n. That's all. Let me check. I think it is requesting spaces to be separated. That's all. So all the test cases are passed successfully. Let us submit the code for final approval. Yes. This is nothing but what we have. Let me go for Python implementation. So how you can able to solve in Python? Sir, same scenario. So I'm taking n is equal to int of input, m is equal to int of input. Okay, for I in range of starting from 1 to we have to include the value of m. That's why I'm taking m plus 1. Then we need to multiply n into I, sir. N into I, and n is equal to space. Yes, all the test cases are working properly. and submit the code for final approval. Yes, this is nothing but yeah, Rakesh, no problem. Same thing only. Whatever output we are getting, you can store it in an array. Nothing beyond that. Okay. Anyway, we have to print that array only, right? Clear. Same thing. Whatever you have done, you have to copy into an array by taking index value. Okay. No issues. You can try that one. Sir, clear up to this? Any doubts, sir? No. Rakesh, you can solve in any manner, sir. See, what is output, what is input. To get that, you can apply any style. Okay. Okay, no problem. Then it is no issues. If it is working, no problem. See, don't make program as a complex, sir. Whenever you know output and for the given input, how you are going to get the output, if you know that logic, go with that. Okay. But you should be in a position to do that program also. As a learner, you have to do that. Clear? Please confirm. Any doubts up to this, friends? Yeah. So these many array programs we are doing. Copying this value is very easy task only. That's all. Venkatesh, correct. L is empty, L dot append of n into I. In the same way, in Java also, you have to create a collection, or you can create an array with m elements. Okay. In C language also same scenario. Copy that value and increment the index values. Sir, I request everyone to please participate actively. Is it clear for you people? I think the class is going only for Venkatesh sir and Rakesh sir and for myself. What about remaining people? Yeah. So let me go for the next problem. So what is the next program that we have here is 143 inclusive array range. Inclusive array range. Sir, write a function. So given the start number and end number values, so we have to return an array that contains all the number inclusive that range. Okay, in this range, whatever numbers are there, we have to get. If the numbers in the array are sorted in ascending order, if a start number is greater than end number, then return an array with higher value. Okay, of course, it is also very easy program only. Directly, I will go with implementation, sir. So here, whatever they have given, just observe the logic, sir. Okay, sir, they have given, observe carefully. They have given here two numbers. Suppose, sir, I will check the programs later, sir, please. So 1 and then 5 they have given. So in between 1 and then 5, okay, you need to generate array. Is 1 is less than 5 or not? Yes. So starting from 1 to till ending 5, we have to generate an array. Suppose if a first value is less than second value, then you will get like this. Suppose if a first value is greater than second value, then what they are asking? If a start number is greater than end number, return an array with higher value. In these two, which will be the highest starting number? That number you have to print. Okay, I think so. Arrays concept is not required here, but anyway, the people are interested on arrays. So let me implement it by using arrays concept. Okay, because we know how to run the loop, right? Everything is there in our hand. So I am taking a of 100. So I variable is required. J is equal to 0. I am taking. Then so scanf %d comma. We have to read ampersand n comma ampersand m. So first we have to check whether n value is less than m or not. Okay, if it is less than, okay, if it is less than, then what we have to do? So for I is equal to n, I less than or equal to m, I plus plus every value. Sir, you need to copy into a of j plus plus is equal to I. J value is initially 0. After that, for I is equal to 0, I less than j, I plus plus. Every element we are going to print again. So print a percentage d comma a of I. So instead of this, without using arrays also we can take. Else, suppose if first number is not less than second number, you have to print first number because that is the biggest number. So one is nothing but if length is less, then creating an array and printing the array. Perfect. And submit the code for final approval. Okay. No, this is nothing but what we have in C language. So I am going for Java. Let me take Java implementation. Somewhat tricky is there here, sir. Please observe carefully in Java how we can able to do. So I am taking here. So scanner obj is equal to new scanner of I am taking system.in. Okay. So integer n is equal to obj dot next int, m is equal to obj dot next int, I comma j I am taking. J is equal to initially 0. If the value of n is less than m, okay, then we need to do certain activity. So integer a is equal to I am creating a new array with how many values? Do you know m minus n plus 1? With these many values I am creating an array, because suppose here you can able to see. So 10 is nothing but first element minus 20 second element size. So 20 minus 10 means what exactly we are going to get? 10 elements. Is it contains exactly 10 elements? Yes. Then we are going to create. I think this one is not required. Yeah, we will check. If it is not required, then no need. Okay. So now for I is equal to, okay, for I is equal to n, I less than or equal to m, I plus plus, a of I is equal to, I am taking j plus plus. Sorry, a of j plus plus is equal to, so I am taking I. Next, and after that we have to use the same for loop. I is equal to 0, I less than j, I plus plus. You have to print a system dot out dot print of a of I followed by space we have to print. Suppose if a first condition is not satisfied, then we need to print the value of n. Let me run the code. Maybe the problem is with the index value. So I think plus one value is not sufficient, I think so. Yeah, perfect. So let me submit the code. So this is nothing but what we have. Okay. Now I want to implement this program in Python, sir. Let us see how you can able to do this program in Python. So how you can able to solve in Python? Let me take Python code. So initially we have to take n is equal to int of input, m is equal to, so int of input, then I am creating an empty list. So if the value of n is less than m, I value in the range of n to m plus 1, L dot append of I am appending I value. Next, for each I in L, we are going to print the element and take end is equal to space. Suppose if the first condition is not satisfied, print the value of n. That's all. Let me check. Yes, working properly for all the public and private test cases. That's all. This is nothing but how you can able to implement in Python. Please confirm, friends. Do you have any doubts up to this? Clear, right? So let me go for the next problem. What we have here is LBP number 144. So what is this problem? Find the average of letters. Okay, find the average of letters. So create a function that returns average of an array composed of letters. Sir, the first find number of the letter in the alphabet in order to find the average. So what is the formula for average? Total sum of the all numbers divided by number of items, and return the result rounded to two decimal points. Okay, so a value is nothing but 1, b value is nothing but 2, like this we have. Okay, of course the formula we know very well, but we have to read not integer values. We have to apply in what you can call a characters concept. From that characters you have to frame the string, I mean numbers. My world is there. What is the number to this m? Because they have mentioned a is equal to 1, so b is equal to 2, like that. For m, what value we are going to get? Okay, so that we have to find out. Then we have to add all these numbers. For example, if the given input is something like if they are giving abc, so 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is nothing but 5 6. So 6 by total number is nothing but 3, so 2 point something we are going to get. So this is nothing but how you have to write. Okay, so let me take how you can able to get that value. So based on ASCII values only we have to run. So I am taking character s of 100. Okay, that is nothing but the given input. Next, sir, I required integer I comma n comma sum is equal to 0, because based on sum only you can able to calculate average. So scanf, first I am reading the string, then n is equal to strlen of s. I am finding length of the string. So for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So sum is equal to sum plus. So if you take any alphabet, okay, any alphabet, of course in the test cases we have lower case letters are there. So if you subtract with 96, what is the ASCII value for A? 97. 97 minus 96 means we will get 1 point. Okay, 97 B ASCII value minus 1 means we will get 2. So like this, we have to take S of I minus 96. That's all. Finally, you have to print the result. Sir, percentage F comma sum divided by, okay, so float of n. So because if you want exact point representations, remember that either numerator or denominator should be converted into floating point. Then only you will get a floating point result. But in Python, by default, single slash is going to take float division. Okay, let me run the code. Sir, it is working properly, but sir, they are expecting only 2 digits, but we are getting so many digits. How to reduce that? Sir, very simple. In front of this f, you have to take 0.2. Then it will return only 2 decimal points. Perfect. And submit the code. Sir, all the test cases are passed here. In the same way, I am going to take Java implementation also. Let me see how you can able to do this in Java. The logic is the same, sir. Same logic you have to apply. Have a look once. Sir, I am taking scanner obj is equal to, so new scanner of system.in. Then string s is equal to obj dot next line I am taking. So integer s is equal to s dot length I am taking, comma I comma. So sum is equal to 0. So for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So sum is equal to already available sum plus s dot char at of I minus 96. Okay. Finally, same printf is available in C language. I am taking the help of that one. Okay. I am taking sum divided by, so float of n. That's all. Of course, C language print statement itself I am using. So working perfectly, I think so. Yes. And submit the code for final approval. So this is nothing but what we have in Java. Sir, I want to code in Python. Let me see how you can able to implement in Python. So first we have to take S is equal to inputs. So S is equal to input I am taking. Next, and after that sum is equal to 0 for each I value in S. Okay. So sum is equal to sum plus ORD, ordinal value of I minus 96. Okay. Then you have to print. So here also, sir, print is there. We have C language format is there, percentage to F, and then you have to take percentage here sum divided by length of S. The people who are coming from Python background, it is one of the type of a print statement, sir. Beyond that, nothing is there. Okay. Let me run the code. And let us submit. So this is nothing but how it is going to work. Okay. So hope the concept is very clear for you people. Please confirm any doubts up to these, friends. Okay. Yeah. So let me go for the next problem, sir. 145. Eliminate odd numbers within the array. We have to eliminate odd numbers. Sushant, that is called as a typecasting. Okay. N is what type of data? Integer, right? So in C language and Java, when you are taking division operation, it will return always integral value. Okay, it will return always integral value. So if you want a floating point value, either numerator or denominator should be in floating point. So for that purpose, I have used it. Clear? Sushant. So let me take C language implementation. So nothing but reading and writing array elements only. Okay, reading and writing array elements only. Sir, already we have taken this program, it seems. Let me check. Reading and writing array elements. Same program, sir, but only one modification. So what is that modification? When we are reading and when we are printing the elements, so whenever you are getting odd numbers, so we have to eliminate. That means what? You have to print only even numbers. Okay, let me take C language implementation. Program is the same, but while printing, please make a necessary condition that if a of I percentage 2 is equal to 0, then only print the value. That means I want to print only even numbers. Yes. Sir, I want to implement in Java. Let me take Java implementation. In Java also same concept, right? So here, first we have to check the condition. If A of I percentage 2 is equal to 0, then you need to print the values. That's all. Let me run the code and submit the code. So all the test cases are passed. And let us implement this program in Python. Here also, so if I percentage 2 is equal to 0, then extract the data. Let me run. Yes, and submit the code. So all the test cases are satisfied. This is the way how you can able to implement in C language, how to implement in Java, how to implement in Python. Please confirm. Do you have any doubts up to this, sir? Please confirm. Any doubts in this challenge, sir? Nothing but just we are eliminating odd numbers. Yeah. Venkatesh. Yeah. Sir, that's all about today's session. Tomorrow we will meet for the continuation. I will update the running notes. And one important note, sir, this Saturday and Sunday. This Saturday and Sunday, sir, we will have a special class from, okay, sir, 7 p.m. to, okay, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. in the evening, both on Saturday and Sunday. We have 2 hours special session is there. Okay, I will share the link separately. So in this, we are going to see the programs related to the matrix. Okay, only on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, yeah. Sir, thank you. We will meet for the continuation tomorrow, sir. Thank you.